Couple of top finishes recently, so we've seen Adam a bunch on recent streams. Misty Rainforest for both players to start. Hank is the first to flinch here, cracking a trap, cycling Lorien revealed. And thank you, Adam, for getting life totals up for us. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. This match is going to be a battle. Just letting you know right now.
Tundra.
Tundra found with Lorien revealed. That's the turn.
Crack some BGS.
Jeez Louise, my man.
Don't be afraid to crack anything.
I mean, I'm happy with like.
Happy holidays. Thank you, Ghost. Here's up the beanstalk. It will resolve. See a beanstalk in Adam's hand. Yeah, island cycling play patterns. Yeah, I don't know if they were prepared for that when they made the card. Okay, so an end step fetch finds Ziatora's Proving Grounds. I believe that is. It's a Jund land. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Upside down.
Plays a Tundra, passes the turn. Yeah, Swamp Mountain Forest. So both decks have leyline bindings, but Hank's will never cost more than less than 2. Passes the turn.
No longer in school.
So Adam has an up the beanstalk in hand, but maybe hoping to play it later. At least I think so. Do you just jam here? Holding up Bowmaster, so maybe prioritizing that. Looks like Adam also had a Source to Plowshares in hand, which could protect against an opposing Bowmaster. Looks like Spell Pierce was just drawn. Savannah. Some land pass stuff going on here. Both players trying to sculpt some hands, maybe. Not really casting cantrips, but holding off on taking any further game actions for now. All right. Matching up pretty closely with the land drops. But Hank is the one with a beanstalk on the battlefield. We'll see.
Have you figured it out? I haven't figured it out. You have 7 cards or 6 cards? 6.
Quietness before the storm. I think that's the perfect way to put it, Atlantis.
Okay.
Do we have anybody watching that's new to Legacy? Do we have anybody watching that is playing Legacy for, let's say, less than 6 months? And if so, what deck are you playing? I know we have some Legacy newbies watching. And I say that in the most respectful way. I don't mean newbies as in a bunch of noobs kind of way. I just mean that they're new. All right, some fetches are happening. Shrapnel says, never been able to play it, but have been watching your vids for a few weeks now. Very entertaining. Thank you, Shrapnel. And you were here watching the real show as well, which was completing the assignment. There we go. Thank you, Shrapnel, for being here.
I think I have to do this then. Force of will number 1.
All right, and up the beanstalk just hit the stack, and it looks like we're gonna start fighting.
We had to be thinking about this while we're looking at each other, right?
Cards in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I told you it's better be on draw.
It resolves.
And then there's a trigger on the stack, and then you're going to cast Orcus Bowmaster.
Adam has thought this through. So up the beanstalk has resolved. The trigger is on the stack. And now Hank is fetching. So most likely going to be casting a Bowmaster.
I would like to respond to your trigger.
Leyline Binding being cast. And a response to the draw trigger off Hank's Beanstalk. Bowmaster has hit the battlefield. I told you we're going to start to fight, and it's happening. This is exciting, right, chat? This is exciting. Raise your hand if you're excited. All right, we have some people building decks in the chat.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
New-ish to Legacy.
Sure.
Okay. Continue. Yep. And then you put your trigger on top of your landlines, right? Yep. Okay. So this result, did you get? So did you get the Bowmaster already?
What?
Did you get the Bowmaster already? Yeah. So it's 16 from the second card.
Okay, so 2 pings with Bowmaster. Orc Army now a 2/2. Leyline Binding about to resolve. Let's see what happens.
Your Leyline Binding results. Okay. Now I have a trigger on this thing. Do I draw?
Sure.
Go.
Alright, turn. Dress down.
Huh.
End step dress down. That'll protect Hank from Bowmaster for return. Spell Pierce. Alright, dress down is countered. So Bowmaster is live. Leyline Binding is holding up the beanstalk. Swords on Bowmaster now. It's gone. Yeah, Timeless on Arena is hot. I'm liking that format so far. Props to whoever made the decision to release Timeless. I've been jamming. Finally, some high power play on Arena. That's what I've been waiting for. Been holding my wild cards for.
I'm surprised you answered my work with swords. Okay. Island Cycle. Resolves.
Ponder for Hank. What do I think is the best tier 2 deck in Timeless? I have no idea. I haven't gotten nearly far enough to know anything about what tier anything is supposed to be. We do have some timeless discussion in our Discord server. Go ahead and join if you're not in there yet. Yeah, I've heard Cube is out. I don't have MTGO though.
Here she comes. Okay, that's all good.
All right, a Murktide for Hank. What is going to be the power and toughness on this thing? So far, I've been playing Merfolk in Timeless. You know, we were talking about deck tiers a moment ago. I don't think it's a high tier deck. I've been struggling with it a bit, but I had Merfolk in Historic already, so I just kind of like ported it over. And I'm a Shoreline Scout fan. I like that card.
Message me tomorrow.
I just want Trops, you know? Just give me some Trops and I'm happy.
I literally already forgot.
All right, here's a Brainstorm for Adam. Hank fetches. Does Hank have a Bowmaster now?
15.
Swords on Murktide in response to the fetch. So Murktide is down.
Fetch is good.
Yeah, fetch is good.
Did I take one from the fetch?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Should.
I go back to the replay.
This is the only
I don't know. That's not good.
I feel like it's not going to come down.
It's my fault. I should keep track.
All right, players are completely dependent on the phone for life totals. It looks like they're not really sure what happened, but the YouTube commenters will be gleaning through this match for all errors and leaving them in the comments section for sure. So it looks like Hank is going to cast this Bowmaster.
That resolves. You gonna hit me in the order.
I'll hit you.
Okay, now, in response to my brainstorm.
Brainstorm still in the stack. Now a Bowmaster for Adam. Hank's Bowmaster goes down. Brainstorm is resolving. Yeah, I'm really excited for what they will add to Timeless in the future. I think it's going to be really fun to watch them add, you know, name the card, right? Like so many cards, modern staples, legacy staples, vintage staples, whatever. Are they going to add Mishra's Factory? I don't know. Mishra's Factory might already be an arena, but they're going to add cards little by little, and it's just going to be a lot of fun to watch it evolve. And it's probably going to happen pretty quickly. And then sets like Modern Horizons will impact it. Alchemy sets will impact it. Leyline Binding getting cast here. And it gives the Alchemy sets an opportunity to create solutions to problems in the format that we otherwise could not have in paper. So Leyline removes Leyline. Beanstalk comes back for Adam. So we're at parity now with that.
Wait a minute. Trigger.
Leyline Binding, trigger the beans. Yeah, I'm playing Arena on Mac OS. They rebranded Historic Brawl. Yeah, it would make... I don't know what the plan is for adding Commander to Arena, but it seems like it would be a great idea if they can pull it off. It seems like a lot of people would play that, so it has to be in the works, right? It has to be. I can't imagine that they never add multiplayer Magic to Arena. I would be very surprised. I'm surprised it's not there already.
Yeah, you gave me a Mercury. This doesn't fly.
But maybe that's not the plan. I have no idea.
I like the plan.
Yeah, could lead to cards like Soul Ring getting added to Arena. Feels like a pain to implement, I guess, but isn't that like, I don't know. It seems worth the effort to me. Like, I obviously have no idea how much that would cost, how long it would take, anything like that. But it seems like, in my non-expert opinion, it would have to be added to Arena at some point. All right, Triumph of St. Catherine is in there. Hard cast. And a big attack from a Bowmaster and a 2/2 Orc Army.
I have no farewell. I have
Wits End says Commander is coming after Spectator Mood, a.k.a. Never. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 4-player on the UI of Arena could be tricky. I will agree with that. I don't know. I have no idea what it would look like. Maybe they would, like, simplify it for multiplayer somehow. Make it look a bit more flat and less animations and stuff. I don't know. This is not something I claim to be an expert in. All right, so swords on Bowmaster. So that unlocks some cantrips potentially for Hank. Here's Brainstorm. Adam is tapped out. Triumph of St. Catherine and a 2/2 Orc Army. 7 power. Hank is at 8.
Too, and it's like, I thought there were good cards in my deck.
And I know people on today's stream were excited to potentially see Triumph of St. Catherine on stream. And it's, it's kind of funny because we just had someone in the chat, Ingest, just said, what's the card to Beanstalk's right? Triumph of St. Catherine. I forget sometimes that some people strictly play Legacy on MTGO and just have no idea what the hell is going on. So there's Triumph of St. Catherine. A Legacy staple, I would say. And it's a damn shame it's not on MTGO. It really is. A shame.
That's why I think it's expensive. Yeah. Don't play this Spinosaurus, otherwise Gamestoria are alpha.
I don't even play MTGO. And I'm just like over it already. But we were talking about Timeless a moment ago. Just put things in perspective. Everybody calm down. There are now going to be some number. I don't know. How many people play Arena on a monthly basis? How many of them will play Timeless? I have no idea. But there will be people playing something resembling Eternal Magic on Arena. And it will be a digital-only format. And going into the future, let's imagine, it flourishes. Thousands and thousands of people are playing Timeless, and it's all happening. They can have those $2,000 tournaments be Timeless format. They could have Arena Championships be Timeless. They can have Brainstorms, Ponders, Force of Wills, Sneak Attacks, Explorations, all that stuff going off on Timeless Championships with all the best players in the world. And in a way, I'm kind of more excited about that possibility, if I'm being honest, even though I love Paper and Magic way more. And Legacy is currently the format I play the most. I think there's just a future to Dual Lands and Moxes and Soul Rings and Swords to Plowshares, and that could exist online. And MTGO is just like, I'm keeping it real, just not cutting it for me. I have no interest in playing with it. The Legacy challenges with their like 60 players, it's all just like not exciting. And Timeless could be exciting. So yeah. End of tangent.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should bring in the highlighters. You're in my update. I moved to drop stuff.
Rocky, my world, player.
Catching up on what's going on in this game, Triumph of St. Catherine 2-2 Orc Army still on the battlefield. Hank is trying to upkeep Brainstorm here. Both players with Beanstalks on the battlefield. All right, has a Bowmaster. It's on the stack. Bowmaster trigger will resolve. Orc Army grows to a 3-3. The die on the Orc Army is unfortunately difficult to see, but here's a Bowmaster for Hank. Could protect this Brainstorm.
Yeah, okay.
Pinging the Bowmaster. And now Hank's Brainstorm will resolve, I guess. Triumph of St. Catherine revealed. Has to finish resolving this Brainstorm first. Oh, the army's in 8-8. My mistake. Thank you, Ghost, for pointing that out. It's a little small on my screen.
Nicely done, by the way.
I also put this in the main
Okay, that Pokemon card is an Orc Army from the Amass. On the Bowmaster ETB that shot down Adam's Bowmaster.
Alright, who got it? That's the prize.
It's not too shabby. It's nice.
Three cards? Okay, are you casting, Kathy?
It's nice.
Alright, thank you.
Triumph of St. Catherine, Trigger Bowmaster. It looks like Adam's hands is Swords and Lorien revealed.
Oh, sorry, that hasn't resolved. Yeah, you're casting Kathy. Sorry. Draw your card. Then, and then I'll hit Kathy with the swords. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we forgot that Triumph wasn't yet on the battlefield because Hank had not yet drawn a card from Beanstalk, but here's a Swords on Triumph of St. Catherine after it's on the battlefield. This is all happening, I believe, on Adam's upkeep. Force of Will getting cast here on the Swords, but it looks like Adam has a backup Swords.
Two. And we're in my upkeep.
We are in Adam's upkeep, that is confirmed. This is some game. Pitching a Murktide to protect this St. Catherine. Trigger Bowmaster. Or Beanstalk, sorry. Another Swords getting cast here. The first one is countered. Or going to be countered. Giving Hank an opportunity to gain some life. But removing Triumph of St. Catherine will be huge. This Orc Army is apparently an 8-8. And Triumph of St. Catherine on Hank's side is gone. Draws a card off the Beanstalk trigger from Force of Will. Now I think we're going Adam's draw step. Yep.
I'd like to declare it that.
Sure. I just shot it here. 2-5.
Okay. Now game.
All right. Chump blocking the Orc Army with the Orc Army. Pass the turn.
That was a really cool trap you played. The Brainstorm IP. Yeah.
That's what the St. Catherine.
Right.
You have 2 cards?
Yeah.
2 cards in Adam's hand. One of them is Lorien revealed.
Just take a draw.
Okay.
Okay, another beanstalk for Hank. Ghost thinks that Adam is holding another source of plowshares in hand. That's possible. I didn't see it. Yeah, I think you're right. I just saw it now. Murktide Regent.
Sugar beanstalk.
Yeah, you're.
Double beanstalk triggers. Pretty good. Murktide, draw 2. Pretty good. Hank still has to deal with an 8/8 Orc army and a Triumph of St. Catherine, though. Although Murktide can block.
See what America's fetch lands.
I mean, this Murktide looks like it's going to be a 7/7, so that protects against the Triumph of St. Catherine attack for now. At least from Hank's perspective. Hank doesn't know that Adam is holding a 3rd copy of Swords to Plowshares. I think it would actually be the 4th copy in this game. But yeah, I've seen that happen a bit where beanstalks are in play and people are just milling themselves out of the game. Or drawing themselves out of the game, I should say. They can't cast anything without killing themselves. The Beanstalk engine is real, though. You can draw a lot of cards with this card on the battlefield. Yeah, I'm kind of with Audrey on this. Four beanstalks just feels suicidal, yeah. You don't need that many of them. Draw 4 is really risky. Unless that the exact board state tells you if I draw these 4 cards, I win the game. I would be very careful to put 4 beanstalks on the battlefield in a control mirror. All right, so Swords goes back on top. Mystic Sanctuary did the job, and Murktide grows to 8/8. Lorien revealed double beanstalk trigger. So going to draw 5 right here. That's a lot of cards.
Like you know, all the Hall of Famers and pros that we know started like in their college years, basically. Right.
All right, discarding 2 cards to hand size past the turn. So with a full grip.
But they weren't like, you know, they were kids basically at the time.
Yeah, I never thought about it. Right.
And
not able to
the pro circuit just needs to just have college student aged people at the top.
Yeah. I never thought about it like that.
Tapped out? No, you have the Bowmaster. Okay, I was like, well, I guess this is a forced block. Can you your Bowmaster kill your Murktide? Unless you block the Triumph with the Murktide. You block the Triumph with the Murktide.
It's a long shot, though.
I guess with Arena also there could be Arena championships in time.
Yeah, the Murktide was a 7/7, then Mystic Sanctuary grew it to an 8/8.
It's like Arena vintage. It doesn't have Power 9 yet, but it's
very
pretty
fun.
close. It's really powered up.
How many Force of Wills are in your hand? How many Force of Wills are in your hand?
What is the criteria for cards that are everything on Arena?
Everything legally.
Non-zero.
They're like restricted cards, so I know Channel and Demonic 2 minutes, one of
And
those.
2 belts trickery.
Double trickery, yeah.
Thinking about these attacks. 8/8 Orc Army. 5/5 Triumph of St. Catherine. 8/8 Murktide and a Lonely Bowmaster. No Orc Army friend anymore. Do we offer a trade with the Orc Army? Yeah, some timeless talk happening in the background too. It's on a lot of people's minds at the locals, I would say. A lot of people talking about timeless. A lot of people talking about their deck building wins and failures so far. Some hype, I would say. I'm excited about the format. And it kind of cancels out my, like I was saying before, it cancels out my despair about the future of MTGO. It's just like it's all unexciting. Swords to Plowshares getting fired off.
Pro play will be digital.
But you can grind if you're.
Maybe in the end, down the road, nobody will give a damn if Warhammer ever gets added to MTGO. Who cares? Playing timeless. Maybe.
Play, we need a new generation.
But I get what you're saying. It's tough to get people that age to buy Legacy,
Right.
which is such an expensive
But
one.
modern is, in the eyes of Wizards, in their price range, reasonable. They could borrow from each other's collections and put some decks together.
You know, that might be Pioneer pretty soon. Modern's also getting up there in price.
Modern is almost like Legacy 2.0.
Looks like Hank's gonna try and protect this Murktide. Force pitching dress down.
Like, if lands became a tier
Double trigger.
1, events like this might not even fire anymore.
Oh my goodness. Did he find another Bowmaster? Nope. Tapping 3 mana. Force of Negation on Force of Will. Trying to protect Swords to Plowshares. So now Hank will draw 2 cards. Swords to Plowshares still in the stack. Maybe Swords is on Bowmaster? That's where it's been placed. Force pitching, Force of Negation. Swords is now countered. Hank down to 3?
I've always wondered about it when I look at cards like Tapper.
Yeah.
It's
Hank has 27 cards in hand.
I actually don't know why it's so much as why it is at the price it is. Yeah, I don't.
Attacking now with both. And expected blocks. Bowmaster dies. Triumph of St. Catherine dies. Triumph of St. Catherine has a trigger. That'll put it on top of the deck. Mixed in with the top 6 cards.
There are like, a million.
What a game is right. This has been a crazy game. I warned everybody when we started this was going to be wild. You can hear my voice a little bit in the background. This is one of the few matches we stream on this channel where I was standing around, done with my matches for a day, spectating and chit-chatting, of course.
I want to, if you're going to Swords this, I'd like to.
So I saw a lot of this match already in person. And it's a banger. So 8-8 Murktide survive. Hank is at 3 life. 8-8 Orc Army on Adam's side. Swords. All right, so the offense is shut off right now for Adam.
Holy fuck.
This is an untimed round. This is an untimed round. Top 8.
Cards, one.
Leyline Binding, draw 2. Hank is starting to pull ahead, perhaps. Has an 8-8 Murktide. Adam has 1 card in hand. Hank has 63 cards in hand. All right, Triumph of St. Catherine getting hard cast here. Double trigger.
Deja vu. Sure.
Going to discard. Sounds like Hank had 8 cards in hand. Discards a Beanstalk, passes the turn. We were just talking a moment ago about having too many Beanstalks on the battlefield. Maybe Hank cautious to drop a 3rd. The deck, no Urion, looks a bit thin right now. Adam taking a look at the Exile Zone now.
This is pretty. It's like looking at a bunch of holograms in here, Gregor. Oh, this.
Looks like Adam is gathering some information here. Looking at the graveyard now.
Is your force, right?
Oh,
Force
yeah.
of negation. So one of these is exiled.
Okay, so there's a correction on what cards are in the graveyard. One of the Force of Wills was supposed to be exiled by Force of Negation. That was missed, but it's all good.
I don't have any flashy cards. Do you use Katana Met Blacks?
Yeah. No. These are Dragon Shield.
Dragon Shields? Oh, alright. So then. Okay.
All right, Hank, use a Dragon Shield.
Is there a third Bowmaster in your hand, and how much do I care? Does my position materially change?
The deck lists from this event are posted in our Discord server. I don't believe Hank has any. They're not in front of me right now, but I don't believe either deck has Uro. Not that I'm aware of. Someone could go check.
Play to win, right? Yeah. Is the result?
All right, Bowmaster flashed in response to the Lorien revealed.
Now I should let it resolve. Sure.
Okay.
I played Bowmaster, I was like, maybe I should let it resolve. But now that it's played out, I'll resolve.
Atomic Void, thanks for the resub with Prime. Appreciate that. 2 months. New badge. Everybody watching this is aware, right, that you can become a member of the 90s MTG community for free with Amazon Prime? Is everybody aware? Does anybody raise your hand if you're not aware? Okay, seems like everybody knows. You can head over to our Twitch channel, subscribe for free with Amazon Prime. Unlock everything you could ever imagine in our Discord. And, of course, all the video-on-demand versions of our live streams that are up on Twitch. A great deal. All right, passes the turn. Hank has a lot of power on the board. 4/4 Orc Army, Bowmaster Triumph, and Murktide, which is now an 8/8. Hank counting the cards in the deck. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's possible.
Results.
All right, casting a Ponder anyway.
Make sure whatever your fourth Olympus happens.
Yeah, no problem to spread out your free sub to all bunch of small channels. I do the same.
So this is 13.
My kingdom for a lightning bolt.
13, 17. Yeah, I'll just tap that.
Yeah, right. Puts me at 5, right? By my calculation.
5,
10 plus 8.
18.
All right, going down to 5. Neon, thanks for the resub with Prime. 4th month. Thank you. Spicy. Score data is Adam in the chat, shouting out Hank. Great opponent.
If it's Kathy, then I reveal it. You cast Force of Will. I do the other thing.
I went out for dinner with Hank, I don't know, a couple of nights ago after Magic. And not only did we have some outstanding Korean food, but we were talking about some Magic stuff. Hank really liking this Triumph of St. Catherine 4-color deck with Beanstalk and Leyline Binding. Thinks it's probably the best thing to be doing. Like many of you, wishes that Triumph was on MTGO. But I think, this is my opinion now, I think there's something to players like Hank feeling like they have some advantage having played the card in paper quite a bit now. and players who are, grinding leagues on MTGO, like someone we had in the chat just a couple of minutes ago said, "What card is that?" referring to Triumph. They're going to be at a disadvantage in paper events. There's something there. There's some motivation to play more paper. Some good coming out of it, possibly. All right, Ponder to start the game for Adam. We're on to game 2. Crinky will be putting us on the big screen next week. That's a little. I'm a little intimidated, Crinky. Just take it easy.
Combat 18? I don't know. It's new?
Carpet of Flowers. For a long time too, like for me, just as a paper player, I definitely felt like, players who were able to play specifically Legacy on a regular basis on MTGO, when I don't play MTGO myself, have me at somewhat of a disadvantage, maybe a small disadvantage. Don't get as many reps with decks I'm playing. Don't have as many clues about what the current metagame might look like at the local paper events. Signing up for competitive tournaments, there might be people who've been playing some new hot deck on MTGO for a couple of weeks, and I haven't really had a chance to play against it yet. Stuff like that. And with the offline cards, offline meaning not on MTGO, cards like Triumph of St. Catherine, Canoptic Scarab Swarm, and Chaos Defiler, and so on, being so prevalent in Legacy these days, and probably more so as time progresses, I don't imagine, every single card from every single Commander Universes Beyond deck going forward is going to be immediately added to MTGO, much like Warhammer or Doctor Who. So, what's my point? I feel like there's some, like, now I have some advantage too. Now I get to, I don't know, feel like I know a little bit better than my opponents might about what's going on. All right, so Hank is up a game. Someone's asking who won game 1. Hank won game 1. Amazingly.
Okay, so the modes are blow that up, and then I'm gonna mill and return a card, like a land to the right hand.
All right, Carpet of Flowers down. And now can return a land to hand after milling 3.
We're gonna go with a polluted elder.
We know Zeotora's Proving Grounds are in the deck, so maybe gonna try and fetch that at some point to get domain.
This is so low resource, this game.
Actually, it looks like Zeotora's Proving Grounds is already in hand, so never mind. Here's up the Beanstalk. Looks like Hank's gonna fetch in response. Witherbloom Command. Getting a bit of Legacy play recently. Here's a Bowmaster.
You have how many cards? My results. Okay. I'm gonna respond to the draw.
Alright, so the trigger with Beanstalk is still in the stack, and Adam's going to probably remove this Bowmaster, is my guess, to prevent another trigger. Leyline Binding.
Sure.
Okay.
Want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so that card gets drawn, and now Leyline of Binding resolves, and Bowmaster is removed. And now the second card is drawn from the ETB on Beanstalk. Here's a Ponder.
Oh, I get to draw cards, right?
All right, I'm going to keep volume low because there's music I don't have the rights to playing, and it's a little bit too loud. All right, so 2-2 Orc Army on Hank's side. It's getting in there. Scion of Draco. Beanstalk Trigger. I told you we were going to see some spice. Here's a Bowmaster for Hank.
It's fine. I mean, a penguin. I just wanted to not draw that card. And 4 Bowmaster resolves. Thinking.
Yeah, the Scion of Draco is pretty neat in this list.
Bowmaster. Draw.
Bombardier to throw it. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Orc Army is now a 4-4.
3.
It looks like Adam's holding Zeotora Proving Grounds, Force of Negation. Unsure what the third card is. There's a Bowmaster locked down under Leyline, but the other one runs free, causing trouble. Swords on Scion. Force of Negation. So protecting the Scion now. Scion is a 4-4 flyer. And that's all that's relevant at the moment. As other abilities. Two cards in Adam's hand. Couldn't see what the second one was.
That gives my
Hank has a 4-4 Orc Army that could potentially trade with Scion of Draco, and we're going to attack. No blocks, though. Savannah Pass. Bombardier to throw Scion of Draco. You might be onto something. Might be onto something. Maybe in a Vile Smasher deck of some kind. All right, so here's 4th Iralingus. X is 3.
Three dinos going at it. Can't get through.
Bullshit. Fix that.
We just hit each other in the head and it fixes dinos.
You should just gain life.
I know.
I will go after you if you gain life.
It's 20 mana double. It's 30.
So there are the 3 human knight tokens. Red human knights with trample and haste. 2/2s. Yeah, those are not the right tokens. YouTube commenters are not going to like that at all. Hank is at 18. Scion of Draco plus these 3 tokens is 10 total power, but just attacking with 2.
So these have trample, haste, and first strike as long as I'm.
And they get first strike from Scion of Draco.
Yeah, can't do anything.
Yeah, it looks like the Bowmaster trigger was missed. Hank missed it, it looks like.
Or I guess you could take me out. How did he get it?
All right, so Adam becomes the Monarch. Opposition agent on end step.
Okay. Do I draw my card?
Yeah. Trigger
Yes.
last.
Getting a bunch of life? How much life do you get?
All right, that time it was remembered with the Monarch. Yeah, having the Monarch against the Bowmaster at 5 life is not the best. Especially, I mean, Adam has 2 blockers. Hank has, it looks like 1 card in the hand at the moment. This is tight. A removal spell plus an attack here could be lethal. Could be lethal. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Monarch trigger. Oh, okay. So opposition agent. It would actually not be lethal, maybe. Opposition agent has 3 power. Adam's at 5. I was thinking the ping from Monarch would end the game, but not quite. But a removal spell that removes Scion, like Leyline. I mean, we don't know what Hank drew for turn, but I'm just speculating what could happen here. Yeah, we got to get some human knight tokens for Adam, that's for sure. All right, so swinging with all 3 creatures. It does not make a lot of sense to leave the Orc army unblocked because it's a 5/5. Human knight blocks Bowmaster. Scion blocks. Oh, that actually makes even more sense. So you want to kill Bowmaster. Hank becomes the Monarch for now. I guess it's possible. Well, all right. Hank draws off the Monarch. All right, passing the turn. Bowmaster died. Adam is at 2. Hank's at 14. 2/2/2 human knight tokens are the tokens on Adam's side. So that's, they have first strike, they have trample. 8 power. It's not that great. All right, attack you for 4 in the air. With just Scion. Ooh, Brainstorm. Okay, that Brainstorm was scary for a moment. It's going to resolve. What is in Adam's hand? I'm trying to see. Every couple of moments we might get a flash of it. Leyline. That's pretty good. 1 card in Hank's hand. Hank does not have a Beanstalk. Brainstorm now for Adam in response to Leyline. Five 5 Orc army and a 3/2 opposition agent. Two cards going back on top. Maybe some tough choices happening. This leyline binding is likely going to try and remove this attacking scion of Draco. Crinky Doom likes holding back opposition agent in the York. Try to stop fetching and drawing cards. The Bowmaster on Hank's side maybe should not have attacked, Crinky's thinking. It's a tough call. Yeah, if the leyline binding resolves, it can remove Adam's leyline binding and give Hank Bowmaster and end the game potentially. Ping, and then Adam will become the monarch from Scion's attack. Yeah, that's a good point. So most likely leyline will not remove Scion. You're right. You're right. This board is a bit. This board has a lot going on. And Hank has one card in hand. Great point, though.
Okay. In the sound.
Okay, so Leyline does take Scion of Draco after all. Never mind. Maybe Hank should just gone after the Leyline binding? Murktide now. See, this Murktide would not have been able to be cast if Leyline was taken. But maybe Hank anticipating other cards that Adam has that maybe we're not thinking about. I'm not sure. It seems like now that we talked it through a little bit, that Hank's Leyline hitting Adam's Leyline to take back Bowmaster seems like the best play, but it's really hard to say for sure because we don't know the cards in hand. Murktide stays. It's a 7/7. Pernicious Deed. Okay. Pernicious Deed is on the stack. Yeah, maybe Hank is playing around Swords to Plowshares. It's possible. Now Adam is tapped out, though. Not that that really changes much, but... End step Veil of Summer. Okay, just cycling it to draw a card. Nothing to prevent there. Hank is still the Monarch. 2/2/2 Human Knight tokens and a 7/7 Murktide.
That's why you play aggro.
Lorien revealed. Hard cast to tap out.
I will.
This Murktide is needs 2 hits to get through here. I don't even want to start to figure out what happens if Pernicious Deed pops. We'll have to figure that out. It's a lot. Okay, Carpet of Flowers for Adam. Hank has 3 islands right now.
I think I would have won if I 7 in the air. Yep.
All right, 7 in the air. Become the Monarch. Pretty good.
I feel like it should be more. All right, make 3 blue. So.
Okay, so a post-combat Murktide. It Could have grown the first one during combat, but maybe we held off. Beanstalk trigger and a Murktide trigger. Looks like this one will be +3.
Here, I'm gonna draw from Beanstalk.
Yeah, that is a lot of missed damage, but maybe the sequence makes sense for reasons I'm not realizing.
Graveyard.
Pernicious Deed can remove opposition agent and Orc Army pretty easily. Leaving up 3 mana now. Here's Tasigur. Trigger Beanstalk. So Adam's Graveyard is completely exiled now. Also known as Ian, Convalescent Charmer.
It's okay if I just replace this so it's easier to see.
Okay, then it looked like Adam maybe missed the Monarch draw. But I'm not sure. I looked away just for a second. This is a complicated board. 2/2 Human Knights. There are 2 of them. 6/6 Murktide, 4/5 Tasigur staying back. Pernicious Deed can pop at any moment and kill opposition agent and the Orc Army. I'm not sure how Hank digs out of this. Hank needs, like... What single card can win Hank the game here? I don't know. Drain life? Terminus? Maybe. Supreme Verdict also. Although Terminus more likely to be in the deck than Supreme Verdict. Post sideboard, I don't know how many Terminus are left, but if there were ever any. Carpet of Flowers once again.
How many cards do you have?
Go to second lane.
How many cards do you have?
3.
Okay. Just tell me how many Orcus Bowmasters is there.
Just 1.
Just one? So 1, 2, and how many cards you got?
3.
Okay, so the question is, do you want to kill me by pinging me twice?
Where in Jersey is this? This is not in Jersey. This is in New York. Yeah, this match is a marathon.
Sure.
I'll add, second lane I'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Black. Come on, you're going to Bowmaster me out, right?
Thinking about mana to add with Carpet.
Okay.
Okay, 5 blue added with Carpet. Isn't up the Beanstalk. 4 blue mana still floating.
Kevin, when does the sealed commander league start?
The next one?
Yeah.
Mark.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary. Targeting Brainstorm. So Brainstorm will go back on top of the library. Draw the brainstorm from the beanstalk trigger. Here's a Murktide for Hank now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 6/6 Murktide and trigger the beans. The Pokemon card is an Orc Army token. It's a 5/5 right now. And the tokens on Adam's side are 2/2 human knights created by 4th Earlingus. Here's another brainstorm for Hank. Well, a brainstorm for Hank. 1 blue mana floating. It looks like is indicated by the die in the bottom center of your screen. Ah, Grand Prix, New Jersey. I see why someone asked if this is New Jersey. I was like, why would this be New Jersey? Now it makes sense. Hank is resolving a brainstorm here, facing down a lot of power on the board. Both players at low life totals. Pernicious Deed can pop at any time and end Hank's chance of putting in an attack this turn. Opposition Agent and the 5/5 Orc Army are the only creatures that are not summoning sick. Murktide is brand new. And a gigantic attack on the backswing after Pernicious Deed pops from Adam, potentially. Tassiger, double Murktide. Human Knights would be gone by that point.
Local games to run along with Power 9 a huge discount? Uh-oh.
The Leyland Bindings would stand.
See, I feel usually they're vague.
I think Hank unsure if he made a land drop already.
Sure, it's a brainstorm. Or did you? Yeah, you played the beanstalk. You cracked the fetch in response to the trigger. But I
I'm
thought.
sure that was.
I don't know. Okay, sure.
turn
Okay,
before.
so you can play it.
Did you guys see?
Do you know if he played a land? No, nobody knows. We're all on La La Land. It's okay. Play your land.
I did not see a land being played.
Yeah.
Okay, so the spectators have stated that Hank has not played a land yet this turn. Given the luxury of being able to watch us back later, we will find out if that was a mistake or not, but we'll see. I don't watching this right now. I don't know. I'm kind of like running out of gas at this point. This match has been going on for quite a while, but it's a good one. This is like the 7th match on today's stream. I'm having trouble keeping up. I hope the people of the chat are understanding. Leyland Binding getting cast now. Beanstalk trigger.
You have one card. Oh, I see.
Leyland Binding can now hit the Leyland Binding on Adam's side to unlock this Bowmaster. What happens after that, I don't know. Pernicious Deed is possible. Okay, so Adam's casting a Leyline now.
Red, black, blue.
Yeah, let's get the first one.
This game,
Yeah, red. Yeah. I was just curious.
Hank casting a Bowmaster. So the stack is Leyline, Hank's on the bottom, and a Bowmaster on top. 3 spells in the stack. And it looks like Hank is now hellbent with no mana floating. That's my understanding of the situation, at least. Adam trying to figure out what to do now. Yeah, some people watch this on 1.5x speed later. And that's fine.
actually, it could be just like.
Oh, dear God. That sounded bad. I think that person that coughed was actually escorted out after that. Just kicked him out.
Hey,
Good games.
Wow, GG's extends the hand. Hank somehow won that game. Incredible. Wow.